Previously on the Lineage of Moonreach. We got so much cool stuff! And, maybe, someone from the Chaos Company is a rune. So, that's cool.
The D20 Syndicate presents The Lineage of Moonreach.
Welcome back to the D20 Syndicate podcast.
Hey, hot dogs and hooves.
Hot dogs and hooves. Hot dogs and hooves. That's
Smiles
right.
and cries.
A
Swings and
weekly
roundabouts, Lev.
Dungeons and Dragons 5e actual play podcast. I am your host and DM, Seth. And around the table of the internet, we have our players.
Hi, I'm Billy, and I don't play Tim Roth, the actor. I play Willem.
Hola, I'm Tomas, and I play Tomar, and I do not play Antonio Banderas.
I'm Lindsey, and I play Pinwin.
And I'm Michaela, and I play Gorbel.
And that's right, each week we record for your listening pleasure and apparently now say what other humans member of the species we are not in this vast world of almost 8 billion people. Next week we'll find out whether or not I am Miles Davis.
Oh, I can't wait for that episode. I've been wondering this for
Totally,
the
yes.
whole relationship we've had.
Absolutely.
Is everybody nice and full from their lunches?
Oh,
I
yeah.
am.
What were you
I
eating,
am
Billy?
now a chicken sandwich.
From?
Culver's.
Was
How'd
it
you
a-
get
say
to
Culver's?
Culver's and back that fast?
I think
Stephen
Sam
Colbert's
brought it.
kitchen.
What'd you say?
It was a
I think
chicken
Sam
sandwich
brought it.
straight from Stephen Colbert's kitchen.
Yeah, we had ramen. It was decent.
Every time I have Culver's, it destroys me.
Why?
I don't know. Maybe it's the butter.
What are you getting from there?
Yeah, what?
Butterburger.
Butter. butter.
One stick of butter, please.
Straight butter.
And then I gum it over the course of 40 minutes.
Can I get 2 spatulas with my Paladine special, please?
Dip it in ranch. All right, now it's time for tonight's Around the Campfire question.
Where'd that fire come from?
So for tonight's Around the Campfire question, I want to know what's something about you that the rest of the party does not know. Oh. Willem. Wait, we started with you last time.
Yep.
Tomar, since we did that.
I enjoy the color pink, but I do not like to wear it.
Interesting. Is there any particular reason why?
My oldest brother was kind of a manly dude, and he kind of pushed me away from liking that color, or he just made a big deal about it, how it wasn't manly enough. But I don't know, I still like it.
Yeah. Fuck you, Rastadan.
You have a pig for a friend.
Gorbel.
I used to throw up before every performance because of my nerves.
I would never know you were nervous.
I'm not anymore.
Ooh. That's
Pinwin.
Is anyone... No one can hear for sure?
As far as I can tell, just me. Just you and the mice.
Mice, will you tell anyone? I sleep with a stuffed animal every time I go to bed.
What stuffed animal?
It's a green... It's a
Please say a
green
giraffe.
unicorn.
A
And
green unicorn.
I named him Tominin.
Smash cut to one of the many times that we've been camping out, and Pinwin is right next to the campfire with the stuffed animal, and we're all just like, what is with that?
It's even more weird picturing him waiting till everyone falls asleep so we can secretly pull out.
See, I imagine us all knowing about it. Like, guys, who's gonna wash Taminin?
He's
It's getting
green from
stinky.
use. Yeah.
Willem.
So I'm missing the middle toe on my left foot.
Whoa.
Whoa.
How do we
How'd
not
that
know
happen?
that about you?
I was trying to teach myself archery, and it was a terrible accident.
You rolled a 1.
Yep. See, so I was supposed to be tending to the stables, and I couldn't get a lot of time away from them, and I wanted to keep it a secret. So I was practicing in the stables, and I spooked one of the horses and shot an arrow, and it ricocheted off of several items in the stable and severed my middle toe on my left foot.
Destiny wanted that toe gone.
You know, some of us don't have the privilege of hiding our toe deformities.
That's why you don't wear sandals.
Do you
And
use a toe prosthetic so you can like stay upright and be as like?
Or do you like when we were at the hot springs, did you step in with that foot first quickly so we didn't notice?
Exactly.
Right on.
Are you?
Everybody, look over there.
Everybody was pretty toasted by then anyway, so
Toasted? Did you do that on purpose?
I did.
Okay.
Good job. Thank you for calling attention to the joke.
I was just checking.
No, it's good. Some people, it might have gone, too far over their heads.
I wasn't listening. What?
Exactly.
All right.
This is going to
Let's
be a
get
good episode.
started. So, when we last left off, you guys had just very dramatically exited Sterling's menagerie by being thrust out of it and into an alleyway where it no longer exists for some reason. Then you went towards the marketplace in a search for both the Traveler's Rune that you just acquired and also to potentially check out the manor. However, as you exited the alley, you saw that there was a group of, like a large group of people kind of gathered near the marketplace, and there was a little blue light coming from somewhere within its depths. And that's where we left off. So, you guys see this.
We have to get to that light.
We need to get into that crowd and figure out who that is.
I'll run between people's legs. I'll start. to do
Everybody, please stay where you are.
The crowd kind of like freezes and like stares.
Why don't we just make a move instead of stay where they are?
that. No.
Well, that's the next step.
Oh.
Well,
Right, I'm not done.
Freeze! Move! Freeze!
I'm already
quit.
running through
I
their
quit.
legs, though.
I'm just not going to talk anymore. This is why I don't do things.
That's why you don't do things?
Yeah, because you're a fucking asshole.
I am an asshole.
Well, I would
What is
take
that?
offense to that.
If it weren't true.
Hey, I take offense to that.
But I am already running through the legs if they are stopping or going or whatever.
So
they're doing.
as you reach the group then, Pinwin, you guys all notice you are suddenly in a empty expanse,
Ugh. What?
and there is a large polyhedral shape hanging above you,
What?
facing a very ornate number 3, and it says the Traveler Rune, lightning round.
What? What?
All of a sudden, you guys
What
feel
is the
yourselves
capital of Papua New Guinea?
surrounded by, each of you are surrounded by separate orbs, and they appear to be soundproof. You can't hear what anyone else is saying, and you don't think they'll be able to hear you. And in each of your domes, a voice appears.
Welcome to Lightning Round.
What the fuck?
What is going on?
You will be able to ask one question to discern who the Traveler Rune is.
Ooh.
You will ask one question, then your orbs of silence will be lifted to confer. Keep in mind, if you guess incorrectly, you will lose the Traveler Rune.
What? Forever?
Is that your question?
Jesus Christ.
No.
This is bullshit.
I will begin.
I hate this. I think it's fun, but I hate it.
Pinwin,
No.
ask one question.
No. Oh. One? No.
One
no.
question to discern the nature of this individual.
You constantly fuck yourself with clarification.
Clarification. Nope, never mind.
I hated it the minute it left my mouth.
What does this person's name rhyme with?
It's a good question.
That is a good question.
Damn!
You will need to ask a different question.
Let's got your question.
So it's orange.
You may not ask questions pertaining to their name, rhyming, or is it this person?
So charade rules, kind of.
Essentially. That's your question.
What kind of hairstyle do they have? Can I do that?
Sure.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Sure.
They have longish hair that has been cut very terribly.
The fuck does Vulture's hair look like? Isn't he bald?
I think so.
We can't converse at this point, right?
Nope. Yeah.
Gorbel, ask your question.
I have no idea.
Where is this person from? Originally.
Originally, this person is from the Underdark. Willem, ask your question.
That was a good question, Gorbel.
And also, if you guys start to figure it out, wait until you can confer.
Fine.
I think I already know. Maybe.
Ask the question.
What is their favorite hobby?
Their favorite hobby is complaining.
Okay.
But also crafts.
Okay. Yep.
Tomar, ask your question.
I thought he was a baddie.
No.
Everyone shut up.
Sorry.
What is their race?
I know that.
Their race is elfin.
And then everything drops and you guys can suddenly see and hear each other.
Did we hear each other's questions?
No.
You have 30 seconds.
I think it's Chester.
I think it's Chester.
I think it's
What did you
Chester.
ask?
I asked what his favorite hobby was, and it said complaining and crafts.
Oh,
They're from the Underdark.
And they're an
badly
elf.
cut hair.
I don't remember
Sounds like
his
Chester.
hair, but yeah, he's
What?
an elf.
It has to be Chester, right?
I think
Chester,
the only thing
final
I got.
answer.
it's
Lock it
Chester's
in.
brother,
Lock it in.
Nestor.
10
lights-
seconds remaining.
Chester, fuck you.
Chester.
Chester, God, final answer.
Is there a buzzer that we didn't get? That's not our fault. Give us the buzzer.
Your time is now up. Please choose a representative to answer.
Tomar.
Okay.
Okay. Chester.
Who have you selected?
I headbutt the voice.
No.
Chester.
Chester, is that your final selection?
Yes.
You guys are back in the streets of Wolves Rest.
Who the hell was that?
What is
What is this game show
Did we get
bullshit?
it right?
The crowd begins to part, and in the center, you can see a illuminated form. You see Chester, the Dark Elf. Since it is still late afternoon, he's got an umbrella above his head, and he's got
Because it's late
big
afternoon.
yeah, he's got a big straw hat that obscures his features, and he seems very concerned with sunlight.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, that makes sense. Hi, Chester.
How's it going, everyone?
What are you doing here?
I'm just
He's the Rune.
Well, I know.
hanging out. Willem dropped me off in Wolves Rest, and I've just been hanging out here, and it's been a fine time, I suppose. What can I help you with? Did you ever happen to find a potion for me that I can utilize?
You could probably just go to Let's and he would hook you up with something. Like a
Oh,
salve.
that's fair.
And
I guess I didn't
also,
really think about that.
What was the potion for?
You know, like a potion of darkness or something that allows me to
Resist
walk around.
sunlight or
Yeah, it's just a terrible beast up there. I don't like it
Sunscreen?
much. What's that?
SPF 50?
SPF 800.
It's a potion that you rub on your skin.
Oh, do you have some of that?
No.
Well, well, that's shitty then.
You definitely want to talk to Let.
Yeah, but after
Oh.
that, we kind of could use your help.
Use my help. Well, for what?
that's a good question.
Also, let me counter that question with another question. Just out of the blue, you don't happen to be undead or anything, do you?
No,
Okay, never mind. Carry on.
not that I know about.
That's fair. All right, thanks.
Do we feel that kind of connection with him?
It seems like there's something missing, kind of like with the other two runes.
Does he need the craft? He needs to hold one of his paper puppets.
Yeah, what's wrong with
Draws his
him?
power.
We need to go on his side mission.
Pinwin, maybe you could show him your paintbrush or something.
What do I do with my paintbrush?
You could make stuff with it.
Okay.
Well, what are you doing with that?
What do I make? What do I make, Tomar?
I don't know. What has he made? Dolls? Make a doll.
What do you want right now?
He doesn't know what that is.
To find a nice place to get out of the sun, probably. Maybe something to eat. Maybe a parasol that doesn't have a bunch of holes in it.
I'll paint a cake. That says
Wait, can't we just take him over to Belba's?
yeah, but
Why doesn't he just go inside anywhere?
it's true. And he's hungry. I'll just make him some food. So I'll paint a cake, and it'll say, "Happy birthday, Rune."
Wow, that's mighty nice of you. Can I eat this?
Yeah, you said you wanted something to eat, so here we go.
He grabs a handful of it and he stuffs it into his mouth. That tastes like fucking paint. And the whole thing like collapses.
Oh, I
Why
didn't know
you
it
should
tastes
say that?
bad. Well, I guess now I know I
That
probably
was
shouldn't eat.
That was a mean trick
paintbrush food.
there, shorty.
I didn't know it was a trick. I thought it'd make real cake that was good.
Sometimes they say those are the best tricks, the ones you don't know you're playing.
Who says that?
And what are you
Oh,
playing?
I don't know.
Are you quoting some spider person?
Spider person.
Yeah, you know, the Bleak place.
You know, like
You know where you were.
the fucking upside down, you idiot.
I'm confused. You show up, ask me if I need anything, and then you make me eat this paint cake. That doesn't seem very nice.
Wait, how did you get here?
Willem took me here.
He took you here.
Yeah, we
okay.
we found each other out there on the road.
Do you have sunglasses? Would that
No,
help?
I just got this big floppy hat.
Do you-
Found it.
Oh yeah, you have a hat.
Had to chase it away from a dog, but I got it.
Well, we are headed over to the to my house. Why don't you just follow us over there?
All right.
Oh, that's true.
I'm doing anything else, I suppose.
The man.
Maybe Pinwin can paint you a new parasol when we get there.
Oh, that would be choice. Yeah, let's do that.
All right,
Is this
let's check
current
it out.
parasol bad?
He said it has holes in it.
I totally forgot that. Otherwise, I would have done that. That's stupid.
Well, he literally said it was the last thing that he said,
Yeah,
and
and
you
then you went, "I'll
immediately
make a
said,
cake."
"I'll make him a cake."
And I was like, what the fuck?
That's pretty on brand for Pinwin, though.
It is. Nobody's disputing that.
Cool.
All right, so we make our way downtown.
And I will start to paint a better parasol.
We cake our way downtown.
Okay,
Yeah.
you're off the podcast.
Making our way downtown.
Fine.
Didn't even want to be
You look
on
like you wanted to
podcast.
say something, Michaela.
No.
Guys, I think I'm in danger.
Yeah.
No, okay, so you guys head towards the manor.
In a fast
go in?
manner.
Yeah, I immediately enter Le Manor.
As you guys enter, Willem, you feel a warmth coming from your bow.
Oh, my bow. Okay.
You were peeing your bow.
That's what I thought.
From your butt. So I hold it out and I inspect the warmth bow.
You get the feeling that if you were to utilize the bow somehow, something else might happen.
How
I
can you
aimed the bow
possibly
at my
utilize it?
missing left.
We've been through this before.
Twice.
Willem, what are you
Guys, I
gonna
think I'm gonna get my toe back.
No,
And you're all like, what the
toe's
fuck are you
gone.
talking about? And then I'm just like, "Sah, sah, sah."
You just shoot yourself in the fucking foot 3 times.
Guys, I'm stuck. If I were to utilize the bow, something would happen.
Yes.
Can I? Is there something in the house
Like a target.
like a magnetic pole of some kind or a spiritual pole?
Give me a perception check.
Or a
I
regular
will.
pole.
A stripper pole.
Willem starts to like.
19.
That's why he's been working out so much.
As you glance around, you see like the usual way that it looks. Nothing seems too much changed. However, your eyes kind of highlight up, like directly in front of you guys is the staircase that leads up to the next level. And there's a bunch of portraits along the hallway. And right dead center on the wall, just back from where you would like climb up from the stairs, is a beautiful mural depicting a scene of battle. And you know, you've looked at it before, but there's something that kind of sticks out to you now. There is, in the center of this battle, strangely, that you've never quite, like, really paid attention to. There seems to be an archer who is aiming at a target.
What's the target?
Super target?
It's a super target. It's got the grocery store. It's just like a target on like an archery target. And it seems to be weird because it's in this mess of chaos of an actual battle. There's one archer aiming at a very prominent target, and you can see that the target is almost dead center as well from where you are.
I look around at the group. Guys, if you'll humor me a moment.
I'm going to kill this painting.
I'm about to solve all of our fucking problems.
He sets on fire.
All right, give me an attack roll.
Roll to attack the art.
Fuck you, Andy Warhol. 23.
23. So, did you loose an arrow?
I did.
Okay, you loose an arrow and it flies, strikes directly into the target, and you guys all watch as Willem just seemingly nonsensically fires at this painting. But then, as it strikes, that entire wall falls backwards,
Oh, it was
revealing a passageway.
Poor craftsmanship.
We've been doing some renovations, don't worry.
secret passage.
Secret tunnel
Secret tunnel. Let's
Wow.
go.
through the manor.
We never knew that was there.
Do it. Let's go. I cannot believe
All right.
we didn't find
Let
that.
us explore said tunnel.
If Seth
All right.
really like pre-planned these things and we had no idea and he's not thinking of those things on the fly, then I'm like astounded.
Is it
Anyway, you
more
guys go
impressive that way?
That'd be if
Yeah, whichever one's more impressive to you, that's the answer. You guys head down the passageway, and it's dark, but most of you guys have the ability to combat that, so it's dim. And it's a nicely crafted hallway, but very dusty. No one's been in here in a very long time. And it leads to a open doorway. And inside that doorway is a chamber. And in the center of that chamber, as you enter,
Is a toilet.
is a floating crystal. It's like an electric blue color floating dead center in this room. There's an array of like shelves and chests and stuff inside of this room.
Pinwin,
yeah.
just hang on a second before you go throwing chests open, okay?
Are you sure?
I'm positive I would like you to wait before looting my ancestral
Okay, when you say ancestral, I'll respect it.
The glowing blue gem, does that look familiar like other ones we've seen?
Give me an Arcana check.
Yeah.
I know we've seen some before.
Ooh, those look pretty good, bro.
Arcana.
Arcana.
Give me an Arkansas check.
21. Let's see what my Arcana.
29.
22, natural 20.
Ooh, these good rolls. Oh. Yeah. Another one? Did we all roll good together?
We don't know. We don't know yet. It's not my worst. 17.
Hey,
Okay.
that's not bad.
This
Pretty good
reminds you
rolls.
guys of several floating crystals you've seen. You know that this is magical in nature. However, who had the 29? Willem? So,
Hi.
Willem, there's something extra magical about this that speaks to you. It just kind of speaks to your soul naturally. This seems to be your ancestral home, as you said. And there's something about this crystal, and you feel that if you were to approach it, you might learn more information.
I approach the crystal to learn more information. I would like to know more.
Yo, Crystal, who are you?
As you approach it, you notice that a shape appears on one of the outside facets, and it looks to be in the shape of an open hand.
I slip it some skin.
All right, you put your hand on it, and the room fills with this electric blue light, bathing you all, and you can see that it like travels down the contours of the tunnel and into the rest of the manor. And you hear a voice in your head, Willem.
Do you claim this ancestral manor?
I do.
What are you called?
Willem Valtel.
If you claim this manor, you must abandon your previous family name. You must become Willem Shadegazer. Do you accept?
I accept.
A blue light hits you, Willem. Kind of burrows into you. It's a warmth that's not painful, and it kind of fills your body. And you feel very, very connected to this place all of a sudden. This is your home. This is where you are from. Moonreach is a secondary home. It's where you were born, but this is where your blood lies. The crystal turns dark suddenly. And as it does, it starts to float down towards the floor. And as it touches the ground, it starts to spin. And it begins to spin faster and faster and faster until it disappears. And in its place is a circular hole in the stone floor. It's about 10 foot in diameter.
You were very quick to just throw away your name like that, buddy.
Honestly, my first instinct was to withhold and not accept those terms, because why would anybody abandon the name that they've had their entire lives? But then I quickly came to realize all of our parents, in one way or another, while thinking that they had our best interests in mind, or at least somebody's best interest, have kind of forsaken us in one way or another. And anyone that I've called family with that name is gone anyway. And it's never really been about the name itself, but the people that have stuck with me that are the real family.
Are we your family, Willem? Are you talking?
You're part of the family, Pinwin.
This stupefies Tomar because he places great value in names and clans and all this stuff. But then he does understand Willem's specific background and the stuff that he went through, especially with his family. And I just kind of nod, like a nod shrug. Are you gonna go in there?
For once, other than when I'm with you guys, I actually have this feeling of belonging that I've never really had before.
Oh, Willem! I'm gonna go hug his leg.
I'm going to drag my leg with Pinwin attached over to where I saw the hole in the floor.
All right. You don't see that there is any ladder or anything inside, but as you look in the floor, it's very dark inside.
I am going to cast Mage Hand.
Okay.
And does that emit a light?
I think it's like a soft glow if you want it to.
Okay, follow-up question. Are there like any sconces, candles, torches, anything on the walls in here?
Give me a perception check.
I open my eyes. Natural 20, that's a 29.
Okay. There are sconces that appear to be empty in the room, but you think you see some sort of glimmer in each of them.
Okay.
Might require closer inspection.
Okay. I'm going to grab one of them
Okay.
before
Yeah, as
casting Mage Hand.
As you touch it, the moment you touch the sconce, all around the room, these blue lights appear, and they hover above the sconce for a moment, these like magical lights, and then they slowly start floating towards you and circling around you, and they remain around you. Wherever you move, they move.
Okay. Do I get the sense that I'm able to like control or command their movement at all?
You know that this mage light will go in any direction as a kind of a circumference up to 30 feet.
Okay. I'm going to command them to descend into the hole to light that up so we can see down there.
Okay. You watch as the lights like slink down into the hole, and the hole itself, you can see that there are a few grooves that look like something that could be grabbed onto. So while you didn't see a ladder, about 5 feet down, there's the first groove, and then like another 2 feet, there's another groove. And as the mage lights go down about 30 feet, you can see that there's just an array of grooves along that could be handholds.
I turn to the group again. There seems to be slight indentations in the hole here that you can use to climb down. If you want to follow me, I wouldn't mind, but I think I need to go down here and see what lies beneath.
Michelle Pfeiffer.
Absolutely.
Harrison Ford. That movie's tight.
After you, Mr.
My curiosity is
Shoegazer.
piqued, so
Yeah, you first.
I
we'll
mean-
follow you.
Yeah, I'm already set to follow you, so. Still hugging his leg. Yep.
Anyway, okay, so I just spider walk down.
Okay. Who's next?
me.
All right. You just climb down?
Yep.
All right. Give me. Well, no, you'll be fine.
I was like,
go
you
ahead.
shit.
Give
No,
me
they're pretty
luck.
easy to grab onto. Who's next?
I'll go. I still have
Okay.
my cat boots, right?
Yep.
Yeah, but they don't help
Then
you.
I'll parkour across the, just all on the way down.
Just gonna Prince of Persia
All
down.
right. Give me a dex save, Pinwin.
Okay. Good thing my dex is pretty good. 16.
All right, 16. You're bouncing, and it's like 10 foot in circumference. So these boots are going to force you to jump like really hard and fast. So it's actually kind of hard for you to stabilize, and you almost hit Willem and Gorbel on the way down, but then you drop down a few feet and land in the chamber.
Watch it, bub.
Sorry. It just looked fun at the time.
Tomar, are you going down?
Yeah, just float down.
Okay. So eventually you guys all get to the ground, and the mage lights have spread out, and you are in a darkened room.
Is Chester with us?
Yes, Chester is with you, sorry. The moment you guys stand up, the room lights up. The mage lights disappear. And you are in another chamber, but this one has a dais and a doorway next to the dais. And on this dais is like a short obelisk with like an open center to as if to hold something in it, but it is empty. And there's a doorway next to
You got
it.
a baseball?
So how tall is the ceiling here?
The ceiling here is about 10 feet.
Okay.
So the dais itself is roughly 7 feet.
What's the shape of the hole?
That we came out of?
No, no, in the obelisk.
Oh, it's kind of like in the shape of like something
Baseball.
maybe baseball sized.
Yeah. You play baseball?
I put Pinwin's head in it.
My hat?
There's
have
too
a
much
hat.
room left over.
Okay. Do I
Any
see anything
orbs?
else?
Nope. This is a pretty featureless room other than that door.
Are you gonna Metroidvania us?
I keep checking Chester to see if like I feel any other kind of like stronger runey pull.
Yeah, you're not feeling anything stronger than what you already had. He just kind of is like looking around. He seems perfectly fine in this like mostly darkness.
Is Ura with us?
Ura is with you as well, yes.
Okay. Ura,
Yes.
something seems off with that rune.
Perhaps there are variables that have not yet been qualified.
Do you have any hints?
I would see what it might take based on the premise of the rune itself. If it is a Traveler Rune, maybe there is something that can be offered.
Offered?
Sunscreen? I'd paint it, but I'm scared it's gonna just be paint at this point.
Well, that could offer some protection.
Paint? Maybe.
If you travel a lot, you need good shoes.
Does he not have good shoes too?
Seems like he's got decent boots on.
Oh.
Air Force ones.
They're good boots.
I said decent, not shit.
What are you gonna put in the grabby thing? Do we have anything that size?
Like a fishbowl.
The doorway itself has a handle on it, just FYI.
Well, I'm gonna attempt to just open it like a normal door.
It opens, and a wave of like cold air washes across you, and there's stairs. There's only about 6 of them, but they lean down into a very cold, old corridor.
What if you turn into a
All right.
vampire too?
Sweet.
Fucking tight. Let's do this.
What are we waiting for?
How far down in the mountain are we now?
Pretty far. How long was the drop?
It was like, it's a 10-foot ceiling, and it was like 40 feet of a tunnel to lead down there, so
About 50 feet underground now?
yeah, something like that.
Okay. I'm gonna continue the descent.
Okay, so you guys head down, and there's a door at the end of this, Willem, that has a spider symbol on it. But as you approach, the door slides down into the floor, revealing a tomb.
Ooh, whose tomb?
Yours.
tomb.
You guys shove him in there, shove the door.
Cask of Amontillado.
Yes, but there are, it looks to be 4 sectioned crypts in there, and it's a large room, windowless, very dark, very cold.
Okay. I'm gonna investigate. Step in and look around.
Okay. It's kind of, as you see, you can see like the spider symbol carved in above each of the, what are essentially like large stone caskets, and there's little like figurines above each one, and you can see that there's a man of some variety. You're not sure what race, but it's the very, very rudimentary statues. Over one, then there's a woman, then there's another man, and then another man. But you can't discern any features on them.
Are there any names?
There are no names.
I thought he
Are
said
there any-
dames.
Are there any dames here? Because I'd like to chat them up.
Are there
dames
any
and tombs.
symbols other than the spider symbols?
There are not, but each one has the spider symbol above it.
Any other markings, plaques, carvings, any identifying features?
Nope, seems pretty bare bones in here.
Okay. Anything in the middle of the room?
Nope, just a space to walk in between each of the cairns.
I'm going to place a hand on the nearest one.
Okay. As you do, you hear like a and you can see that it slightly slides open.
Sweet.
Ew.
You best talk
How
to some dead
does it
people.
open?
It kind of lifts a little bit and then slides to the side a little. You might
Oh,
have
so
to
it-
slide it the rest of the way.
So, like, there's an opening in the floor.
No, it's like the top of a casket, like a stone cairn that just kind of slides open.
Oh,
Yeah,
they're
so-
horizontal. I see.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I was imagining statues upright. My
Oh
bad.
no, the statues are like above it, like kind of like figurines on top of it. So
Gotcha. Sorry. Okay. So they're like sarcophagi.
yes.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
You best
Sweet.
to see
Okay.
a dead person.
I inspect the contents of said sarcophagus.
Okay, as you slide it open more, you can see that there is a skeleton inside, and the skeleton has its hands crossed over its chest and is holding a dagger in its hands. But other than that, like, you can see that there's very, very old, like bug-eaten clothing in there, and like the dust that comes out stinks. It smells like death, old death.
Can we tell how long they've been dead?
Yeah.
Long time.
Can we do a medicine check? Would that even help?
Tomar could.
Tomar will.
All right.
Indulge me, Tomar.
13.
It's real hard to discern the exact time period, but it's been hundreds of years.
Okay.
Are there any identifying, like, forms of identification or that would say who this was or what they were, etc.?
Nope, just the statue on top of the hood of the coffin and and the clothing, and you could probably discern based on what this is. This seems to be like the ancestral tomb of the Shade Gazers.
Okay, is there enough of the hilt of the dagger for me to touch, or is it like complete? Okay,
yeah, it's like probably like an 8-inch blade.
I'd like to touch the dagger and cast Identify.
Okay. You identify it as Shadegazer Ancestral Dagger, buried with members of the family once they expire.
Do I get the sense that all the members, or all the members of the Shadegazer clan that get buried here have a similar or identical dagger with them?
You could probably discern that might be the case. It's definitely, as you look at the blade, it looks pretty dull, so you don't know that it would
more
be
of
used
an
for
ornament than an actual. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and close the sarcophagus then. I won't disturb it anymore.
You know, Willem, if you took this dagger to the Soul Forge, we might be able to do something with that. Seems like a shame to just leave these just sitting in here.
That is tempting, but I wouldn't want my first act as the inheritor of, or the executor of, Shadegazer Manor and now the Shadegazer name to be desecrating our ancestral burial grounds.
Come on.
Yeah, what if they're trying to give it to you?
Yeah, I got rid of my dad's sword.
Yeah, but you also didn't pry that from your dad's grave.
True.
but he probably would.
I wouldn't. That's a tricky subject.
This is different.
Yeah.
I won't be doing that, and I don't want to hear anything from the shadow werewolf peanut gallery either.
Well, the bow said that
I've got my eye on you.
What?
You're dabbling with some dark shit.
The bow.
It's not dark. It's balanced out with gold.
It's literally dark.
The bow said that the truth about the manor will be revealed by coming in here. I don't see a truth necessarily in this. Like, what does it mean? What are we supposed to do with that information?
I'm not entirely sure myself, actually.
Maybe you
I
need
look
to
at the-
check the other tombs or the treasure.
How many are there?
4.
All right, let's just go down the line.
Okay, so you go to the next one, you open it up, you see a woman's skeleton dressed in a dress, clutching the almost an identical dagger. Did you want to identify that?
I mean,
Wait,
no.
do you all get daggers? Like your own daggers?
Yeah, they're more for ceremony than anything else.
You have one?
I don't, but that's what I could discern from identifying that first one. They're more ornate than anything else,
How did we get you one?
and they don't. The one that I identified didn't seem to have any magical traits or anything like that, or be out of the ordinary in any way.
Correct.
I don't know how I'd get one. I would assume at this point, with the almost genocidal nature that my family seems to be taking on, that I would have to carry on that tradition and maybe have them made myself.
Maybe the next tomb will have something different.
Round 3.
All right, you open the third one. A man in slightly more modern but still very old garb, skeleton clutching identical dagger.
I swear to God, if I open the last one and it's me, I'm going to get real spooked.
Is it? So have these been progressively getting newer and newer?
Yes.
Sounds like it. Yep.
Yeah, jump to the end.
Yeah, go
Yeah.
4.
Next one.
Pinwin, what is
Next
the
one.
limits of your Speak with the Dead spell?
I don't
Does it
know.
matter how long they've been dead?
I don't think so.
It might. It probably does.
I want to say 200 years, or maybe that's resurrection.
I think it's.
Wow.
I think it's less time than that.
Spike with the diet. It says it just has to have a mouth and can't be undead. Okay.
So you go to the last one.
Yes, please.
You open the last one, and there's no skeleton inside. However, there is a black box. It's about 1 foot long, 1 foot wide, sitting in the center. The cushions inside of this cairn appear to have never been mussed, as if it was constructed and then never used.
Is it the black box from the flight from Lost?
It's the exact same one.
Apparently, Pinwin can just speak to any dead thing without that doesn't have a mouth that has a mouth still.
Yeah.
So he could even talk to the oldest corpse in there.
Yeah.
Nice. Cool. I'm going to investigate that black box.
The minute you touch it, the lid springs open, and inside is a glittering black gem and
Oh fuck!
an identical ancestral dagger.
Yeah.
Is the gem baseball sized?
It is.
Is it a nightmare diamond?
It is.
Right. Because that's why I was like, wait, black
I
diamond.
don't like how he didn't say anything.
Yep. Well, this is my...
Gorbel, hit it with the gold sword.
I touch it with the gold sword.
No. I push it away.
Willem, I know you weren't around for the nightmare diamond stuff, but that is bad juju. That will,
Fuck your life up.
yeah, it can be very dangerous.
This could be my family's lineage, though. We don't know that it's nefarious in nature per se.
The guy who was just knocking the werewolf sword.
So far, there's no proof of this being nefarious, though.
Wait till
We
they
have-
add the music in the background.
There's no.
I'm gonna add it in the most disturbing, upsetting music.
It's just
Wait a
yakety
minute.
sax.
Do I hear Moonlight Sonata just rising slowly in the mix? What's going on right now?
I'm not touching that thing. But
I grab
mean,
both the dagger
yeah.
and the gem.
The dagger feels cold to the touch, but the gem feels warm to the touch.
I'm going to identify the gem.
Your identification spell does not work.
Shit. I mean, poop.
that.
She called the shit.
Save it.
Just edit out my shit and my poop.
Quit pooping in the podcast.
I wish I
Lindsey.
could.
So there's
doesn't
nowhere
do
else
anything?
to go.
Nothing
There's
happens.
nowhere else to go. Nothing happens.
I know what you're thinking, Willem. You're thinking,
I climb in the sarcophagus
and I weld it shut.
and I become part of that guild.
That guild.
Lollipop.
Yeah. I just turn around with both of them in my hand and I turn around to the group and I'm just like, it won't let me identify and nothing else seems to be happening. Everything else seemed pretty automatic or would respond to my touch or presence, but I got nothing else.
Are you sure this is a good idea?
Yeah.
Is what a good idea. Okay.
Anything?
Then I cannot answer your
coming,
question.
Coming down here, not your name thing.
I think Pinwin is thinking along the lines that I am, that
it just looks
the
like a
way-
nightmare diamond.
the way forward seems to be to put the gem into the fixing upstairs.
And like,
But what
sarcophagus.
happens-
To be fair, it's a lot smaller than the nightmare diamond that you guys saw. The nightmare diamond
like, the
was
same
very light.
color. Let's do
Everyone
it.
knows size denotes evilness.
Same color though.
Wait, so the nightmare diamond was larger than a baseball?
It was like head sized, yeah.
I don't remember being that
Jesus.
big.
Yeah, holy shit. That's a nightmare watermelon.
I don't know.
Nightmare basketball.
I mean,
If there is
I'm
evil-
curious, but I also don't want anything to happen to you.
I just don't want more
What else could
trouble than we
happen
already
to
have.
me?
Well, you
that
could get possessed
hasn't?
by the Nightmare Diamond, which happened to me, and that was a bad time.
If that happens, just
Can
I
you-
was only it was only the power of the Soul Forge that could get it out of me, even.
Can Tomar inspect it to see?
well, it's a good thing that you have a connection, highway spiritual connection right to the Soul Forge.
Yeah, but you don't.
But you do. And I
maybe
trust
since
that
you
if something were to befall me, you'd know what to do and take care of me.
Okay.
Please.
Okay. I mean,
In my final years.
Or
I would
not.
I would love to. Like, if something does befall you, I would love to take care of you. In this instance, I don't know what would happen to you because you're not a dwarf. Like, you're not tied to the Soul Forge.
Tomar, maybe you can inspect it to see. I mean, since you had a Nightmare Diamond in you before.
He already said
to
that he's not
see.
touching it.
I am not touching that.
You can
thing.
look at it though, right?
I need to touch it if I'm gonna cast
Frick.
Identify on it.
That sucks.
And if Willem has the same spell. Like if he can't, why don't we just double check before doing anything? Pinwin can talk to one of these corpses
Yeah.
and then see if they know
Yeah.
more about the stone.
Okay.
Okay. Sounds good. Let's do that.
Which corpse?
The sexiest one.
So
Number
this-
one.
Number one.
Number 2. That was sexiest was number 2.
Was it?
Yep.
This is subjective.
I mean, it's two against
You
one.
touch who you think is sexiest.
I'm glad you identified where that
Okay.
conversation was going immediately. Like, no, we're not playing this game.
I'm just gonna do number 3.
Weird ass necrophiles.
Really? That's your type?
No, I just don't know which one to pick. So, and no one said number 3, so I guess I'll go for that.
Whoa, 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 wait.
It's pretty evenly
It's a
split.
pity one.
What questions do we want Pinwin to ask for sure?
Well, clearly Pinwin's going to ask the standard, can I ask you some questions question.
We need to know
I need to know.
who
Tell my baby corpse.
who
'cause I
gets
need
like
to
who's in
know.
charge of, or who makes sure that the family members are laid to rest here.
That's a good question.
One.
Yeah, who buried the last guy?
Exactly. 2, what's the deal with the black diamond?
Berries.
Jewel? Is it diamond? Jewel?
Diamond jewel
It's a gem,
Gem?
yeah. It's
Gem.
not. It
Okay,
doesn't
sorry.
seem like a diamond.
Okay, sorry. What's the deal with the black gem?
Gem.
And who
berries,
crafts the daggers, the
daggers.
ceremonial daggers?
Gem berry.
You have 5 questions, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
We'll save the 2 slots for
Follow-ups.
if more stuff like opens up. But I think that's a good triangulation.
Just Pinwin, be sure to just tell them who this is and that he is part of the Shadegazer lineage or whatever.
Yes, introduce me, if you could, as Willem Shadegazer.
Okay.
Thank you.
I will cast Speak with the Dead.
All right. How do you cast it?
I'm gonna
Out his
go
butt.
ahead and take out my loot, and I'll just give it a quick minor strum,
Okay.
and then the spell will just like go through the sound
So
waves and stuff.
the magic wraps itself around this skeleton and it sits up. Hello.
Hi, I'm Pinwin. This is Willem Shadegazer.
The like cracking head looks over at Willem. What can I help you with?
You sound friendly. I just wasn't expecting that.
Can I hear that?
No. Only
No.
you can see
Okay.
like actually I don't even know if you can
Movement.
I don't even know if you can see movement. I think we flavored it that you can see the movement but you can't hear what they're saying.
Okay.
Okay, so
Like it's much more animated from Pinwin's eyes. We just see the very crude like corpse just
I just have some questions for you.
Okay.
So first, who buries all of you that have been
Our
buried here?
family buries us.
The family buries them. That doesn't really help. There's not much left.
Kind of boned if you don't have a family.
Yeah. I mean, we can
Bound all the time.
Berry, and then
Skeleton humor.
Lindsey's head up.
Hello.
Does the roll across the shoulders.
Corpse bride now.
Yeah.
yes.
Just go ahead and move on to the next question, which was, if you don't, do you remember?
Can you tell us about the black gem?
The black gem. That's the lineage stone for Old Cairn.
What?
Oh,
nice.
That's a
My
good
grip
one.
tightens.
Okay, that was a good one. That's not a nightmare time, and that's great news. Okay.
Yes.
Well, other questions did we have? That one?
Redemption. Who forges the daggers, and do they have an? It's kind of a two-parter. Let me see if I can try and swing it.
I mean, we have a few questions left. We only did two.
What purpose do the ceremonial daggers serve?
I will ask that question. What's your
The purpose
purpose
the ceremonial daggers
of the
serve.
daggers? Yes.
Well, it's to keep the magic here from reanimating our corpses after we die.
Whoops.
Oh.
Okay.
Ah.
That sounds like a follow-up question type thing.
Why would you be concerned with the magic reanimating your corpses?
And I will ask that.
Well, it's less of a concern and more of a safety precaution, because if the weapon below is threatened, then we will rise to protect it, even after death.
Thank God we have one more question. What is the weapon below?
Yeah.
That's something I cannot tell you. You'll have to find out for yourself if you're able to. Can I offer you some advice?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, turning the tables.
I'm sorry, did you say yes?
Yes.
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 My advice
Please.
is, if what you say is true, and that's a shade gazer, tell him to activate the lineage stone as soon as possible. Otherwise, things are going to get real bad real quick for all of you. And then plops back down in the coffin.
Ooh, I got
Okay.
chills. What'd he say?
I'll relay what he said. We need to go check out that weapon, like, now.
What weapon?
Also, he said you need to activate the lineage stone, so we should probably do that. How do you activate it?
I imagine by putting it in its fixture.
Don't we need all of them?
So I'm gonna fuck on off up to that obelisk.
So you fuck off to the obelisk? What are the rest
Yes,
of you
please.
doing?
I'm following.
I'm taking the daggers.
I want to check out the weapon.
I'm just kidding.
Please don't do that.
Yeah, I'm not.
But the
I
weapon.
would be very sad if you did that.
I can get my own cool daggers.
Yes, please.
We aren't going to peek at the weapon
Oh,
before we
and
put this on.
if I can make the stipulation of before fucking off, I would like to close each of the sarcophagi.
Okay.
Pinwin, I have a hunch that maybe activating the lineage stone might take us to the weapon in some capacity. Because
Okay.
there's nowhere else to go down here. So
Sure.
He didn't mention what the weapon was or how to
No, I
get
asked
to
him.
it. He just said it was below, right?
yes.
Yeah.
I have my assumptions, but let's go put this lineage stone in the obelisk.
Yes.
In the Bob obelisk.
Is it the same size and configuration as other lineage stones, or is it just way different?
It's different. Like most lineage stones, they kind of are in varying quality, size, and the type of gem. Like, for instance, the Shadeholm one is roughly the size of a fist and is a brown opal, whereas the Moonreach one is, I would say, like the size of a golf ball and bright red.
Didn't we need to have all of them on hand for some reason, though, to defeat the thing? Cocoon guy?
I think it was to cure our diarrhea.
I thought we needed to keep them together. That's not a thing?
I think we needed the power of.
Probably wouldn't be a bad idea.
I think we needed the power of at least a certain amount of them or something.
Yeah.
For what? For, defeating the...
to combat the chrysalis.
Chrysalis, there we go. Yes.
And somebody with royal blood can wield it or whatever.
So we may not want to leave it on the...
Maybe Willem even. Maybe everyone.
Are the shade gazers of royal?
Who knows? Why do they have a
Are they
lineage
nobility?
stone like tied to their lineage?
Because they own the biggest house.
Maybe, yeah, Gorbel. Yep.
Well, I mean, the lore of the lineage stone is that every settlement back in the day that's old enough would acquire a lineage stone in order to secure the safety of the people within it.
Okay. And my family, my ancestors, just seem to be the Malfoys of the of the city and had the lineage stone. But whatever. We'll see how this goes. No, he was nice enough.
He was very nice.
He didn't even give his name.
He was pretty
Shit.
cryptic, though. And not just because he was in a crypt. But I think we need to use this quick if we're going to.
Let's do it.
Let's do this.
Before, just out of habit at this point, before I put it in there, I'm going to kind of do an embarrassed look around, and I'm going to put the gem to my forehead.
When you place the gem on your forehead, nothing happens. However, down behind that door and down the hallway, you hear...
That was 3?
Mm-hmm. As if something heavy slid open and dropped to the ground.
Are we going to have to fight some skeletons up in here?
I don't want false skeletons. Our spoopy episode already happened, Seth.
Was it coming from where we just left, where the sarcophagi were?
Yep.
Can I go take a peek-see real quick before
Take
I
a peek.
Yeah.
Okay.
Going to take a pee
Just
in
as-
his pants.
Yeah. Well, I want to see what happened because that's silly.
So you walk down the hallway, or down the stairs and down the hallway into the crypt, and you can see bony hands struggling to lift themselves out of the crypt.
They were tricking us into letting them out. I mean, maybe not.
That is a conclusion that you are
It's a
jumping
very
to.
valid conclusion.
It's possible.
Very valid.
I mean, I'm not scared of bones. Are you going to use this thing, or are
I mean,
you
how
going to
do you
not?
kill bones, though?
Bashing them.
I mean, yeah, if Elder Scrolls taught me anything, you just fucking swipe at them until they collapse. Fellow shade gazers, can you hear me?
You receive no response except for them struggling to climb out of the crypt.
Guys, they're fully animated and they're trying to leave the crypt.
well, you come up here, and I'll guard the path.
All right, sounds good. And I hoof it back up there and get in front of the obelisk again.
Okay.
And I stand my guard at the top of the staircase.
Do you leave
Can
the door
no-
open?
Yes.
Okay.
Can anybody else do any sort of communication with the dead?
I have more speak with the dead spell slot.
Chester, can you speak with the dead?
No, I can't speak with the dead. I sometimes talk to my parents. They're dead, but they don't actually talk back. It's just me sending it out into the universe.
Ura, do you have any capabilities as far as psychic or otherwise or supernatural to where you could speak with the dead?
I do not have those capabilities, unfortunately. I wish that I did sometimes.
What do you want to ask them, Willem?
What their intent is and why they're seemingly being creepy.
Okay, I'll do it.
Tomar, you see the first skeleton shamble around into the hallway, and it's like just staring straight ahead.
If it gets to within 30 feet of me, let me know. I'm going to try and wait for all of them to get within 30 feet of me.
Do they seem bad?
It's hard to tell. They're
I'm-
skeletons.
I basically want Willem to do his thing, and then we see what happens.
But I'm concerned because
You don't want to like
What if-
activate something bad.
yeah, I don't. So there's two different things. This could be a defense mechanism to prevent like grave robbing or people stealing from the Shade Gazers, or
Sure.
you know, to prevent it from falling into the wrong hands, or it could be something way more nefarious, and they were trying to trick me or us into activating this lineage stone that might hold dark properties.
I'm currently under the impression that these undead they don't have the same capacity for thought that the one that Pinwin just talked to you did.
That was more actually them. These are actually like thralls.
Right, like he used a spell to communicate with their spirit, and these are animated
controlled.
corpses that are being controlled by some force. So
Okay, I agree. All right, I look around at everybody before putting the lineage stone into the hole.
And if you could describe it as such, a black glow emanates off it, kind of pours along the floor almost like smoke, and kind of then starts climbing up the walls. And you guys can all see this happening as well, and a voice speaks out from within the stone.
Do you claim the lineage of Old Cairn?
I kind of look around at everybody again. I do.
Getting all sorts of married.
Do you choose to keep the name Old Cairn?
Ooh, that's a fun opportunity.
Guys, do we want to name it Funland?
I look down at the skeletons, then I look back. I mean, there's Wolves Rest, but I mean, we don't have much time.
Do we have the opportunity to rename it Wolves Rest?
If you choose.
Are you guys cool with Wolves Rest?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I like it.
We would like to rename this settlement Wolves Rest.
We should have went with Fart Town.
There, you and Tomar, as you're watching, all of the skeletons are in the hallway now, and they're walking slowly down, but they haven't reached that 30-foot radius yet.
Okay.
Another voice, or the same voice, kind of echoes through the room again.
Would you like to inscribe the leadership of Wolves Rest?
Yes?
Name the leadership of Wolves Rest.
The Wolves of Moonreach.
That is a title of a group. You are required to provide names.
Can I provide multiple
This
names?
is where we find out Willem doesn't know our last names.
Pinwin, Ding,
Bumblefunk.
Ding.
Gorbel book reader.
Pinwin Dingleberry.
Okay, so no, I ask it, am I able to name multiple names?
You may.
Okay. There's gonna be... Guys, should I include Smoochie? Okay. Well, we have Tomar Ironfist.
And you watch as, in like old runic script, Tomar Ironfist appears very small, like just emblazoned into the stone.
Gorbel Icetower. Pinwin Dingleroot. Willem Shadegazer. Guys, do I include Calcifer?
No. Why
Why?
would you do that?
Just for a funny?
No.
He shows up and kicks you guys out.
Is there anybody else that you guys think we should add?
Shadow. Shadow
Any
is
real
with us,
suggestions?
right?
This
Shadow-
is your thing, man. And I look down at the skeletons.
I say we keep our circle tight.
I hit the return key.
Are these all of the names you would like to inscribe for leadership of Wolves Rest?
It is.
It starts shining again. And Tomar, you notice that the skeletons have now stopped.
That's what I was hoping for. That's good.
The voice reaches out again.
You have until dawn to inscribe the names of those who make up your current settlement.
We going on a fetch quest?
Afterwards, you must wait 10 years.
And then the stone starts to like emanate glowing.
Would you like to access the secret chamber?
Yes, please.
Very well.
Wait 10 years for what?
The
Yeah.
the pedestal begins to lower into the floor. And then there's another hole in the stone floor where it was just at.
What are the skellies doing now?
They have begun to turn around and go back into the crypt.
That's what I thought.
Let's stay out.
I had a cool prayer prepared for my turn undead.
Prayered.
I was prepared. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so did everybody hear that? Or
What
was
did it
just
say
me?
about the next dawn?
So it says that we have until dawn to inscribe all of the members of the settlement, and then we have to wait 10 years.
It's like a census?
It sounds like a census.
Everyone
yeah.
who lives here?
It sounds like
That's
it.
so many
And if
people.
you guys will recall from your very first session, the lineage stone is inscribed every 10 years, usually by a lapidary guild, with the names of all who live there.
Do they do it in one night?
Well, they usually send it over to a lapidarist, but
I
this
mean,
seems a
wouldn't
little bit
we have
different.
hired a guy for our city to keep track of people?
Do we know a lapidarist?
Do we?
I mean, you're one.
Am I? Oh, yeah, they did. Oh.
That's true. Remember, you're a member of the lapidary
That's
guild.
true.
Oh,
true.
shit. All right, well, you got this in the bag then. Okay. And I believe this is where we find the elusive weapon, secret weapon that they keep talking about. So, shall we abscond?
Yes.
Yes.
I just hop down in there.
As you hop down into the hole, you stop in midair, almost as if you landed on like something soft, almost like you're standing on the top of
Jello.
water, but you can't see anything. You're just like kind of undulating over the void.
A goose down bed. Okay.
Down?
A voice asks.
Yes.
All right, and you slowly start to sink into the hole. Is anybody else going to follow?
Yeah.
So you two hop in
Yeah.
as it's going down, and then
Yes.
Ura and Chester both jump in.
I will follow them.
And Shadow
Okay.
too? Shadow's here?
Shadow's not here.
Shadow's not here? Where's
He
Shadow?
hasn't been here.
Where is he then?
Somewhere in town.
What? Why would I just leave him somewhere in town?
Because you sent him off, remember?
No.
Earlier, when all that shit was going down.
I never got him back.
He never came back.
You wanted him safe.
I did when I'm safe, but okay. I mean, I guess that's
Probably just have to summon him.
He
Okay.
comes back with like a 12 pack of wolves.
That'd be so helpful.
And beer.
Well, and a mate.
Oh, that'd be sweet.
So you guys sink down into this huge cavernous chamber that the moment you start descending lights up with an amber glow. You're in an intensely huge area, and you're about 600 feet above whatever the floor is as you're descending, and you look down and you can see all manner of like nicely hewn pillars in the wall, and almost as if there's just buildings and stuff, almost as if it's a sub-city down here. Not sub-city, a sub-city.
Or
Sub-city.
Subsidy.
Yes, a city below, inside of the mountain. And as you guys lower further, you can see more detail. There's actually birds in here that
We're back
fly
to
by.
birds again?
Wait, isn't it dark?
It is dark, but you guys have your way
They're
of seeing
bats.
it. Or no, but the light came on, so.
Oh.
They're
Yeah.
bird bats.
And you continue to descend like down further, and you can see that there's like passageways leading out, and you can see that there's actually like down one of the passageways what appears to be a bridge overhanging a chasm. It's huge in here. Like it's easily like 2,000 feet in any direction. And as you reach the ground, you find that you're on like an old chipped cobblestoned like pathway, and it like goes through buildings. It appears to be some sort of like small, like a narrow road.
How was this all here and we had no idea this whole time? That's
We suck at investigating things.
I didn't think I did. I thought I rolled okay.
What are you
Didn't
talking
know
about?
that we had a prison city either.
Yeah, I guess. Maybe I need to be more attentive. Should we continue down the path?
Yeah, is there any like clear indication of like maybe like the center or like where the, I don't know, town hall or something might be located?
Off a ways is like more of the clusters of buildings. You figure if you follow down this path, it's probably the starting point of wherever, and if you were to follow it down, you might reach to like a central area.
Like the epicenter of the city, the epicity. Okay. I think we should go this way, guys.
Okay, it's your city.
It's not his city.
I mean, it's your. I mean, it's
city.
it's his little. I mean, he activated it.
I mean, yes.
It's Willem City.
Yeah, we'll go that way.
Are you guys doing anything in the meantime? Saying anything, or are you just silently moving? Or
I'm looking
Saying our
around.
goodbyes to each other.
Man, I feel like Lance is going to think this place is cool.
I'm looking all around, seeing what I can find. What do I see?
what did you? I'm sorry, I was distracted by Tomas's comment.
I'm looking all around, just trying to see if I can find anything to give us like.
Give me a perception roll. Everyone, actually.
Okay.
Good.
Not good, but it's okay. 21.
Yeah.
29.
22.
14.
Whoa.
Who got over 20? Raise your hand.
Me. That's a finger. Here's my hand.
Suck it, Gorbel.
I rolled another nat 20.
Nice.
Jeez.
So those of you that got over 20, as you're looking around, you can see that in the faces of the buildings, not only is there the spider symbol, but there appears to also be another symbol that looks kind of like a spiral that goes deeper and deeper into the center, like very detailed spiral, and you can see that on almost every single building.
They must have been working at Sega back when the
Gorbel
Dreamcast
with your
was
14.
Chester, your cousin, are you actually from the Underdark? Is this the Underdark?
Are you actually asking that?
I mean, kind of.
And Chester looks around. I guess it kind of seems like the Underdark, doesn't it? It's feels a little familiar.
Whoa. You're from the Underdark.
I am. You knew that. That's
Oh,
what
I mean, Willow's from the Underdark too, apparently. Kind of.
We don't know what Willem
I
is.
don't know. I'm detecting.
Willem's a cosmic test tube, baby.
Willem is wrong.
Willem is
Gorbel,
a symptom.
While they're all noticing that, you notice that there seems to be like a pinprick of light off in the distance coming from somewhere in one of the walls. They're noticing the detail, but you're noticing from far away, you just see this little pinprick of light, almost as if it leads to the outside world somehow.
Huh. Is Chester any different right now?
Chester seems really comfortable, and Ura seems very uncomfortable.
But is
just kinda,
Rooney
falling
vibe?
behind.
Rooney vibe is the same?
Nothing seems to have been affected yet.
I'll have to get him some sunscreen.
Nothing triggered. Okay.
Do you guys see that light up there?
And now that Gorbel points it out, you guys can kind of see there's a little bit of light coming through.
Yeah, what's that?
Yeah, way off in the distance there.
Do we know what cardinal direction that would be?
Give me survival. Or actually, that would probably only apply to Pinwin, since the rest of you are idiots in the wilderness.
I didn't roll extremely good, but luckily I have enough survival. Let me just double check, though. I think it's 17. I rolled
19.
3 again. Yeah, it is 17. So 20.
20, and you got 19, Willem? Okay. Both of you guys would know that based on, from turning around a little bit, you're fairly certain that's east.
Okay.
So facing the lake?
Correct.
Oh my gosh, how do you even know?
Because I remember the map.
Oh.
Interesting.
You guys continue on.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
And as you move through the pathway, you reach the center of this village, this town, and there's a large statue in the center. Everything looks fairly abandoned. It doesn't look like if it has been lived in, it wasn't lived in for very long or very recently. So, because there's not a lot of wear and tear other than the passage of time. It seems like it was made and then abandoned not long after. You can definitely tell that, Tomar, based on the way that the stone has been hewn out of it. But this statue depicts a woman holding a blade, and right at her side, this statue's about 30 feet tall, and at her side is a large spider. There's no inscription as to name, almost as if it either hadn't been completed or the people who would have seen the statue would have known the name.
Guys, you don't think there's a Spider Queen as well as a Raven Queen, do you?
I don't like that idea.
I mean, it's definitely a spider queen.
What?
What do you mean, Chester?
You know a spider queen? What?
Ew.
What are you saying, Chester? Do you worship the Spider Queen?
Are you talking about Anthek?
And Chester, looks up at you, curiously. Surprised you know the name Anthek, but yeah, Anthek. I guess you do have that drow woman that you're shacking up with, right?
I wish I was
What?
shacking up now.
Drow?
But yeah, Anthek. She's a...
Shigara is a dark elf?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Shigara and her brother Koth.
Oh.
Oh.
And is that how you know about the Spider Queen?
Yeah, they told me about her.
Oh. Who is she? Is she good? Will she be helpful for us?
She's not the best.
That's not good.
If I don't personally worship her, but I always go for Zalem. She's kind of like the goddess of goodness, you know. She's a bit more quaint than.
Is she a spider
Anthek.
too?
She's not a spider. She kind of opposes the spider. It's a very rough dichotomy down here. There's really only two principal goddesses, and they're constant war. And if you worship one, then the others are your enemies. It's a big thing.
This was going on right underneath our feet.
Well, I mean, probably not here. This looks abandoned for a really long time, but maybe.
Wow.
But definitely from my neck of the woods, definitely. You saw it all the time.
Well, I remember fighting the Driders.
Yeah, that was scary.
Does she look like what is normally depicted as the Spider Queen?
Are you asking me?
I'm asking Chester.
No. I don't know. How does she normally look? I've never seen her myself. She's a goddess. Are you guys
You guys don't have
meeting
books or
gods all the time?
You guys don't have books or paintings or anything down there?
No, it's forbidden.
Oh.
What?
It's forbidden to depict Anthek. It's also forbidden to depict Zalem.
So whoever depicted this statue might be forbidding?
Now that you mention it, it's possible.
Why would somebody do that?
I don't know, maybe to get a reaction out of somebody. I'm not sure. But there's weird sorts, especially when you get beneath the ground. It's a little bit different than kind of the freedoms you guys experience up here with the way that you do things. We try to work a lot more. Well, I say we, but I mean in general. We try to work a little bit more towards more tight communities that are not so concerned with each other unless it's a greatly opposing ideological difference, and then it's just it's fair game. Then everybody's just kind of at war. Me, I'm kind of an outskirter. Never had much of that. Grew up in a village that wasn't full of dark elves anyway, so didn't really affect me too much. Anyway, should we continue on?
Let's.
And you guys continue on.
I'm gonna look at the buildings as we go to see if there's signs of battle or anything.
No, they look unscathed. As I kind of mentioned, it looks like the sense you get from the stonework is that it hadn't had any modifications. It hadn't had much in changes. It looks like when it was built, that's the last time that anybody touched any of the surfaces or tried to do any cosmetic changes at all. So you could probably discern that when it was formed, it was abandoned not long after that.
Weird.
At least in the span of time where people didn't make any modifications.
Well, we keep going, I guess.
Okay. You guys keep going, and you reach kind of this, almost like a cathedral of sorts, but it's all open. There's no like, it's all like made of pillars and open spaces, but it more like a large ornate gazebo cathedral. And as you guys approach that, you can see that there is a large plinth in the center of it. And now you can see that this plinth is kind of rivulating with magical energy.
Gorbel, hit it.
Poke it.
Demagic it. No, I don't know.
Eat it.
Should we go up to it or?
Yes.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
At least
All right,
inspect
you guys
it.
approach
Check it
the
out.
plinth. It's like flat and featureless, and it's about maybe 4 foot wide and probably 10 feet tall. And the stone itself is like kind of like darkened granite, but the rivulets of magic kind of run through the inside, almost like how you'd seen with the Karagar and their skin. Almost as if there's something broiling beneath the flesh of the stone itself and has cracked through a little.
Can we tell if it's good magic or bad magic?
Yeah, that'd be
Give
good.
me an Arcana check.
Yeah.
Okay.
You twisted my arm.
Poop.
God damn it. 21.
Oh, thank
21?
God. Someone got... Okay.
15.
11.
8.
All right, Willem.
Nice.
You don't sense any malicious intent from this magic. It seems to be contained within the stone itself. And as you're kind of like examining it, you can see that the kind of the shape of these rivulets kind of goes around a central spot where there's like a more exposed section of like this magical energy in there.
It doesn't seem nefarious in nature, but it seems to be emanating from a specific spot over here. We should check that out.
Let's do it.
Yes.
Okay. So you guys, what?
Check how
Investigate.
it's...
Okay.
I pee on it.
Peace on... Yeah.
As you get closer to it's near the top where this central spot is, and you can see now a little bit closer. It looks like little grooves around it. There's 4 grooves on the top and 1 groove on the bottom, as if to imply that a hand should go over it.
Whose hand?
Gonna place my hand over it.
Okay.
As you do, Willem, everything begins to shake.
Take your hand back.
I can't. It's stuck.
And from somewhere beyond, you hear...
Fucking giant tauntaun.
Something has been released, and you hear a voice kind of surrounding you.
If you would like the weapon, you must defeat its guardian.
And that's where we're going to end for the night.
Yay.
I have such few spell slots left. Yeesh.
I don't care.
Yeah, but you have a ton of HP. You have a super good bow.
I do.
We're
Just
gonna whoop its
jump
ass.
on it and start stabbing.
So
Oh.
you might want to get familiar with, it's been a little while since you guys have battled, so you might want to get familiar with your spells and stuff again for next session.
Yeah.
Nah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna use my diplomacy.
Hey, guy!
Please don't kill me, Mr. Monster. Splat.
Actually, forget the weapon. We're friends now.
It just...
I put Calcifer's name on the lineage stone. He has to protect this place. It's part of the rules. It's okay. We're good.
All right, so tell me, you guys, why you deserve 5 points of boon.
Claiming my birthright.
Yeah. His birthright.
I also felt like everybody kind of let Willem take the lead on this and didn't try to like step on toes and take the reins when this was kind of
I mean, he only
Right.
has so many
his
toes.
thing. That's true. That's true.
Yeah, I didn't even open your
Yeah,
treasures.
thanks, guys. Thank you.
That's
I appreciate.
We didn't
thank you.
steamroll
Yeah, thank you guys for not desecrating my ancestral home.
as bad as we wanted to. We didn't.
No, thank you.
You're welcome.
Ah.
Yeah, don't forget that there are things like chests and stuff upstairs. So.
Oh, I won't forget.
So plenty more opportunity.
All right, everybody gets 5 points of boon.
That was like an old lady on a slide.
I broke every bone in my body.
But I lived for just a second.
All my bones are pudding now.
All right, now it's time for tonight's MVPC. The most valuable player character. I want you guys to decide who deserves an additional 5 points of boon. Now, for the audience's benefit, Willem is 1, Tomar is 2, Pinwin is 3, and Gorbel is 4. When I count to 3, you guys are going to hold up the number of fingers corresponding to the number that you have selected. I will give you a moment to decide, and then we will vote. All right, 1, 2, 3, vote! We've got 3 votes for Willem and 1 vote for Pinwin. Willem, why did you vote for Pinwin?
1 vote for 3.
Just continuing to bring the Pinwin-y. Just constantly being Pinwin.
Trying to open treasures.
Yeah, trying to open treasures, trying to show physical affection on a regular basis, even though it's deeply unwanted. Almost to Pepe Le Pew degrees at this point.
Speaking to the dead, always.
Speaking to the dead was fucking metal as hell and super helpful. And I think things would have gone very differently with our knee-jerk reactions to what happened with the skeletons coming out of the sarcophagi had we not had that first interaction. And that would have been real sad.
But cool, because I was ready to do some cool shit.
Yeah, would have been super cool, but
Glad it didn't happen.
ultimately super sad.
We need more undead, because clerics whoop undead's ass.
Just wait.
No!
Gorbel, why'd you vote for Willem?
Family stuff.
Family!
Family.
He said we were family.
Welcome to the Clampets, the Ponson Family Band.
All right, Tomar, why'd you vote for Willem?
I liked that his past was influencing his decisions. I don't know if I don't know how many people would normally shirk their identity so not casually, but
Effortlessly.
right. But I think that the information and who he is informing that was interesting, and I like this weirdo gothic turn that is taking in this adventure. So
Nobody ever praises married women for giving up their names.
good job, Lindsey.
So not so special, Billy.
Whoop, 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 whoop. Well,
Pinwin, why'd you vote for Willem?
I mean, Tamar kind of said it. Yeah, I liked that he was just coming from that place of, I don't know, his past. And he called us family, and that just made Pinwin's life. So that was really exciting.
mental note, call Pinwin family every episode. We're family. And then I'll hand you a Corona.
All right, that means tonight's MVPC is Willem Shadegazer.
Got to change the name in D&D Beyond.
Yeah.
Got to change my character
change
sheet.
it after it airs, though. Yeah.
Because people have access to it.
Yeah, I mean, in the
Oh,
description,
really?
yeah, they can click on our character sheets.
Shit, good
I
call.
don't like that.
Well, it's been there for 100 and some
notes in there?
episode.
I don't think they can
our
see notes.
Oh,
Good.
okay.
No, it locks it out from certain
Is
things.
Gorbel secretly evil?
What?
You said that was good.
I just talk about the
'Cause I
length
have
of things
secret
that I put in my
notes.
butt.
She just
I
puts
know,
Bone Thugs and Harmony
it's
lyrics
okay.
in her notes.
For later.
But they're all parodies, just themed around pastries.
Anyway, yeah.
All right, take
Cool
your
beans.
5 points of boon, Willem
Thank you.
Shadegazer. And
Thank you guys.
yeah, I guess, I mean, you did a lot. So just store it somewhere. Just hold it back.
Thank you. Yeah, and I actually did have that split second of I don't want to because I have all this history with the Valtel name, and I actually really liked that name. Like I remember when we made these characters and I was like, hell yeah, that's a sweet name. And like Lewin and all that history and shit. But then like also like I like me saying that shit was me like realizing it as it was happening. Like, no, like actually this is perfect. Like, why wouldn't I?
Well, technically Lewin doesn't even have that last name. And
exactly. But that's like one of the things that I've lost that would only make more sense of shedding that name and, you know, cutting ties with that persona.
I also do think Willem Shadegazer is a cool sounding name. So
it is super cool. I am so on board. I didn't realize I wanted to just be a goth boy.
Goth boy edgelord.
Yeah, goth boy edgelord. Fucking
big titty goth girlfriend.
Willem has always just been a goth boy without the makeup.
Evidently, yeah. Super into the spider symbolism and all this shit. Yeah, I am.
His favorite
coming
band
into
is
my
Cold.
Anyway, but if he's going for easy listening, he listens to Static X. So, all right. Well, that's it for tonight's episode, folks. Thanks to Chad Piper for that awesome intro song. Thanks to Adrian Von Ziegler for that beautiful background music. And thanks to all of you listeners. Once again, if you enjoy what you're hearing, check out our iTunes page and consider rating us 5 stars. We'd really appreciate it. And if you'd want to go the extra mile, definitely consider leaving us a review. Every review that you leave, we will read on the podcast. Thanks to our patrons. We really enjoy hanging out with you in the Discord and having some laughs and sharing all that secret extra bonus content that you guys have access to. But also, if you're interested in joining up and making us warlocks, check out our Patreon at patreon.com/D20_syndicate. Check out the tiers that we have available, and maybe something will speak to you, and maybe you'll consider making us even more of warlocks. Until next week, that's it for today's episode, folks. I am your host and DM, Seth, and this is the D20 Syndicate podcast, where we go on adventures so you don't have to. Adios, motherfucker!
Oh, I get it, because Static X have a song called Cold.
And
okay.
scene.
We can just change it next time. It's not that big of a deal.
I refuse because
Okay.
I like that this is an issue every time.
I mean, I understand, like, I understand how hard it is for me to adjust to that. So I imagine that it's the same for you guys,
No.
just reversed.
Not at all.
No,
not even
Yes,
a
it
little
is.
bit.
Yes, it is. Let me have it. If you're going to make me keep doing it, let me have that.
Okay.
It's hard for you.
It is. It's very hard.
And I'm doing you
hurts
the
you.
favor.
Thank you for your sacrifice.
Your
You're
benevolence
welcome.
knows no bounds.
You need to try this.
Oh my god, I was so tense the whole time. I don't want this
Try
fucking
it.
weird
Try it.
rectangle.
Try it.
What is it?
Just try
I wish
it.
I were around to try it.
I wish you were too.
It
try
looks.
it because Nika's
It
not
looks
here.
like old caramel.
Try it.
Is it fruit leather?
It is fruit leather.
No,
Oh, I'm so good at
Try
identifying.
it.
I love fruit
pungent.
leather.
it smells like Ori's baby food.
Okay, normally I fucking love fruit leather, and I got it from, like, I was getting it from Target and Aldi's. Everything was great. And we got it from Walmart this time, and it's like literal leather.
Normally, I love beef denim.
Like, it just, I was,
Ooh,
Nacho Angora.
I was in the checkout line at Walmart the other day, and I hadn't had lunch, and I was very hungry. And then I saw they have hot dogs for sale by the checkout lane,
Oh,
like warm hot dogs. And I was like,
That's
"Fuck
weird.
yes!" So I got one,
there you go. Okay.
and it was good.
I have,
how long was it sitting there? I want to know.
Don't know. It probably had a time on the label, but I didn't care. It's a hot dog. It's not going bad.
I have a hot dog fact for y'all. Did you know?
Yes.
So you know the little cylinders with the mini M&Ms?
Yes, love those.
Yeah.
They
It
hold quarters
perfectly-
perfectly.
They also perfectly hold a hot dog.
It's not a hot dog fact. That's a hot dog anecdote.
Dog.
That's actually a great thing to know, especially if you're going bunless and you don't have a fork. But
And you're on Mount Everest and you need a quick snack.
You eat all your M&Ms.
Slide a hot dog out.
Yes.
Oh, man.
Like a lipstick container for hot dog. Just
so many
Push
things in
pop.
those.
Push dog. It's gotta be.
Push pup.
So it can't
It
be
applies ketchup and mustard as it slides out.
Oh, no.
that's what got people.
and it's a cold
That was
hot
the
dog.
tipping point.
It's not even a cooked hot dog. It's just
Okay.
cold Frank.
When I was a kid, that's what I wanted. I wanted cold ones.
Yeah, you're a freak.
Oh, yeah. I liked them like uncooked.
Yes. I feel like I just ate
Cold.
them all the time. I'd be like, I'm kind of hungry. You know what? I'm going to go eat this cold hot dog because
If
that's
we
snack
begged a lot,
food.
Yeah, my mom would let us have them, and
If we begged a lot, she'd let us microwave.
but we would like them cold, so she would just wrap the end in a paper towel for us, so we could just carry it around and munch as needed.
Oh, that's fun. That's considerate.
I really liked eating bologna. Also,
Yeah, me too.
harder to wrap in a paper towel though.
How do you not like the Lunchables with the ham and cheese? We
Because
like
the
all
ham
the
is
same
gross.
cool stuff.
And the crackers are not plentiful.
No.
You definitely can't fit a bun length Frank in one of those, can you? The M&M slidey thing.
A bun? I don't
No,
know.
you can't
Bun
seal
length. Bun length. Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe you can smush it really
Or you
hard.
could bite the tip off.
Wait, hold on. I feel like it'll get stuck if you bite it down to the size of the container and then close it to save it for later. I feel like then you're going to be like digging it out with your pinky finger trying to get your hot dog out.
It might be like slippery enough though, because I saw, so I found this out on TikTok, and I saw a recent TikTok that I almost sent to Tomas, but I'm like, I'm sending him too many TikToks. I've got to stop. And then this dad kind of pranked his daughter with like, he had one M&M container with the M&Ms in it, and he was like, hey, I got an extra one, you want it? But he loaded it with a hot dog. And then he was like, but you have to eat it like this. And then he took the M&M container and like held it up like this so it sprinkled, and then he caught it, and she was like, okay. And the hot dog came out and immediately choked her.
What a good dad.
Yeah.
That's a prank that I don't like coming from a father going to a daughter.
Yeah.
There's just
Yeah.
something about that. And that might be on me, but
No, I kind of was like, but then I was like, that is hilarious that the hot dog is just that ready to be like, catch me. It's just ready to roll in the M&M containers.
Are you ready
I
for the
love hot
previously
dogs.
on, Lindsay?
Shit.
that's an emphatic no.
Yeah, for tonight's around the campfire.
Where are you trying to put my hand?
Your arm is pushing into my side.
Where are you trying to put her hand?
None of your business. That's for the bottom half underneath the screen.
That's a whole
married
other
folk.
Twitch stream.
Yeah, having
That's my
separate
fans
cam under
only.
the table.
That's the VIP content we talked about, okay?
Yeah. Fans only.
You gotta pay money.
Only fans? What is it?
OnlyFans.
Only fans, okay.
But I
Acting
believe
like he
there's
doesn't
something
know.
else that's like
he doesn't
fans.
have one.
Which
Wimp
isn't
fan.
inherently porn.
It's art too.
Yeah, but it's kind of like a lot of things where it starts off as one thing and then it just like Pornhub used to be a grocery shopping app. So.
Guys, I subscribed to Cinemax so I can watch Banshee.
It used to be Cornhub, and you could locate the farmers that were selling sweet corn in the
Oh,
summertime.
I thought you were going to
Okay, I
say the
wish that
members
was
of the
real.
band Korn.
And then one day, some wise guy posts him doing something not very kosher with an ear of corn, and suddenly it's Pornhub.
Can corn hub be a real thing though in Iowa in the summers? Because I wanted some sweet corn. I felt like it was hard to come by.
I feel like if somebody did that, it would be so successful because people would be like, corn up, oh my God.
But it'd only be successful
Only
one
in
time
Iowa.
of the year.
It's true. But maybe
Only in
that
Iowa.
little
Just
bit of
Iowa
time is
things.
enough.
Iowa people love Iowa stuff.
I think they appreciate the analog experience of hunting down a corn truck, but I don't know.
The analog experience.
My favorite is the one on the corner of
Corn.
The corn corner.
Is it your
Wait,
corn
sorry.
dealer?
Ridgeview.
Are you from here?
I don't go anywhere anymore. I've already forgotten the names of streets. I don't know where am I.
Whenever it's like a truck at an establishment, it makes me feel like they're like illegally dealing corn or something.
Yo, how many
half
ears
the
you want?
Gotta go to my corn dealer.
Do you have a permit to sell in front of this family video?
How many ears can I get for 20?
Not very many these days.
Pre-shucked, please.
Thanks, inflation.
Like less than 2 dozen.
Do you think someone's named their kid Inflation?
No.
That might be a no.
I really like
That's a
the idea of
confident
that.
no from me.
God damn it, inflation, pick up them balloons.
That's what I was thinking. Oh my God. After
You know what they say about inflation? It'd be better if there wasn't any.
I like inflation so much, I named my kid Inflation.
We gotta look it up after this. If this is
There
a
is-
planet of 8 billion people.
Absolutely. I have heard some word names.
This is my daughter, Shoe.
Oh my gosh, my nose is annoying. Whenever the seasons change, it seems to fuck up my nose.
Blimey.
Blimey. My nose.
What if that was how Pinwin played music?
What even is that?
Like scatting, kind of? Rap scatting? Rap
Rap
scatting?
We both did the same thing to try to combine the words that are not meant to. Rap tatting. You know what I thought of too? If we did get together for Thanksgiving, Tomas will still have the antibodies. It'll still be within the 3-month time frame.
But we won't.
Well, that's one person say it's true. It's true. I'm just trying to be optimistic about the idea.
I mean, we all know it's most important that I survive.
This is true. He knows how to upload things.
Well, now you guys should both, too. Mika does.
I did it!
Yeah.
I still have no idea.